everyone! Welcome to my vlog. By the way, my name is Liza Mae Rosario. You can call me Liza. And for today's video, we will have a question and answer all about myself. So guys, for today's content of our vlog, we will have a question and answer portions about myself, and this is our bunch of questions. And this one is all about who am I? And the next box is all about message from the future. So these questions, guys, are prepared by my cousins. So I don't know what the question is all about. So let's get started. Guys, let's keep moving. So the first question is um, express the current you. Oh, this is nice question. Um, my current self is really, I think I'm really passionate and dedicated right now because actually, guys, I'm a first year college student taking a Bachelor of Science in Customs Administration and soon to be a second year college student. I'm really dedicated of my studies right now because actually, guys, I'm academic scholar in UC Maine, so I really need to focus on my studies and maintain my grades in order to have this scholarship. So right now I'm really dedicated and passionate about my studies. Really into anime and K-drama right now. I really love watching those dramas and series. And one favorite anime that I really love is Demon Slayer. You should watch that, guys. It's so good. And in K-drama, I love watching Hotel de Luna. I recommend that, guys. It's really worth watching. Um, and also, guys, my current self love challenging situations that makes myself grow and learn because of my age. I'm 20 years old, by the way. In my age, there are a lot of challenges that we encountered, especially I'm a student, and I really love those challenges because I really want to learn from that challenges and maybe grow to have a better version of myself. Another thing, guys, that I really value time because I think time is really important. We already know that we cannot undo things, we cannot turn back time. So I really value every time that I have because there are situations in my life that I really regretted it. Now let's move on to another question. Okay, this one. Oh, what significant moments of your life that lead you to your current self? There are moments in my life that lead me to my current self. One thing is that when my brother died, when he was 7 years old, that time really changed my life. Like it leads me to my current self right now. Because right now, as what I mentioned earlier, I really value time because that's why in that time I really regretted that I never spent a lot of time of my brother, and eventually he died in an accident. So that time I remind myself that we should value time. We should spend a lot of time for our family and friends because we never knew like when they will pass away. Like so I really value time, and it makes me stronger right now because that time I'm very vulnerable and I always rely on my parents, and I I promise to myself that I should be strong to my another brother because I also have another brother, and maybe it leads me to who am I right now, to my current self. I'm braver, I'm strong, and I learned how to be independent and learn to value time the most. Now let's pick another question, guys. Ta-da! So the question is, who are the people you are thankful for and why? So there are a lot of people, guys, that I'm really thankful for. Number one is my family, especially my mom, because my mom is really working hard to provide our needs, and my mom became my mother at the same time father because my father is sick right now. He doesn't have any work, so my mom provide all the needs that we need. So I'm really thankful for her because she's very kind. She's the best mom for me. And another thing is that my friends, I'm really thankful for my friends because they encourage me to move forward, to keep going, to be happy, and they're really the best. They're really the best because they really help me, guys, a lot. Especially when there are times that I'm very problematic and depressed of my school. They really help me up and cheer me up to keep moving. So I really have that kind of friends who push me to keep forward, to keep moving forward. So I'm really thankful to have that kind of friendship. So guys, but value your friends because they really encourage you to be a better person, and of course know your friends because there are some friends that are not really our friends. So choose a friend that keeps you motivated, keeps you move forward. So now let's move on to another set of questions here in this box. So now let's start. Here. So the question is, describe yourself the 1 year from now self. What is your status? So my 1 year from now self, maybe my status is I'm still a student, specifically a second year college student, and still pursuing my dreams, my goals that I really want to achieve. Now let's move on to another question. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay. What advice you can give to yourself, the current self? Um, my advice will be keep going, still fight, and don't lose faith, and just believe in yourself because everything happens for a reason. Everything can be achieved if you just believe in yourself and focus on your goals in life. Just be brave and strong enough to face those challenges that you will encounter during the process of achieving your goals and dreams in life. And don't lose hope and faith because always remember that there are people who are supporting you, who motivates you and loves you so much. Now let's move on to another question. Okay, here. So another question is about describe yourself, the 1 year from now self. What makes you busy? My 1 year from now self, uh, the things that makes me busy maybe still my studies, still busy in achieving my goals and careers that I really want to achieve. And I think that this is one of the things that I need to get busy with because I'm still a student that time, so studies makes me busy. So another question, guys. Ta-da! Oh, this is interesting one. Describe yourself, the 1 year from now self. How do you feel at the moment? My what I feel at the moment, maybe I'm happy and excited at the same time because that 1 year from now self is already in the city because I live in the province, but we have already a face-to-face classes that time. So I really need to go to the city and live there by myself. So maybe it makes me excited, but at the same time nervous because it's my first time to live without my parents. So let's pick another question, guys. So there's a lot of questions still here in the box. So let's pick here. So the question is sacrifices that you have made. Maybe being away from my parents is one of my sacrifices because I'm a kind of girl who rely on my parents, and also being away of my parents is hard for me because all this time I live with my parents, and being away from them is really hard for me. So I think it's one of the sacrifices that I have made, and also my time in spending a lot of watching anime and K dramas. So I really need to minimize my time with that and sacrifice a little bit of my time. So I need to focus so that I can focus on my studies and maintaining my grades. So now let's pick another question, guys. So here's the question. So describe yourself, the 1 year from now self. What are the people you are in a relationship with and keep you going? Still my family and my close friends, and maybe another set of friends that I've met that time. So these people are keep me going. They are still the people who keep me inspired, motivated to achieve my goals in life. So another question, guys, is let's shake it here. Share the challenges that you have gone through. Oh, there's a lot of challenges that I have gone through. One thing for that for sure is the challenges of my studies, wherein I face difficulties in my studies, like my stress and depression. Actually, guys, I easily feel that every time I face difficulties in my studies, especially in maintaining my grades, because for me it's a really a pressure to maintain my grades. So it really makes me stress if my grades are falling. So that makes me depressed. So it really one of my challenges in my life, and also being away in my parents. I think it's a challenge for me because I'm not um really that kind of person who's okay when being away in my parents, especially that I really love being with my Next family. Question is here. So describe yourself, the 1 year from now self. What are your achievements? My achievements will be being a second year student, college student, and still maintaining my grades and have the scholarship offer in UC, and also participating in school activities. So that's maybe my achievements from 1 year from now. And also, I think I consider it as achievement when you're still keep fighting and pursuing your goals. So yeah, I think it's one of my achievements in life. So guys, there are only 3 questions here in the box. So let's answer this. Okay. here, the question. Oh, this is a good question, guys. So, the question is share the next goals and dreams you want to reach for the next year to come. My next goal will be graduating second year college student and became a third year student and still maintaining my academic scholarship. Also, my goal, guys, is to become a top student or a deanless student. That's one of my goals in life because not only for myself, because my mom also expecting me to become a top student. So I really study hard so that I can achieve it. So that's one of my goals. And another goal is um serving our school. Actually, I really love public service, and I really love serving our school and our co-students. And my dreams, guys, it will never change. It's one of my dreams is to graduate this course and take take the board exam and pass it. Yeah, so that's one of my dreams. So the next question, guys, is charan. So relationship that you tried to mend. Maybe the relationship that I tried to mend is the relationship between me and my father because we're not really in good terms. So I really want to have that kind of father and daughter relationship. So I really tried to mend that kind of relationship, guys. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying myself to understand my father, and I hope you under and I'm hoping that you also understand me. So that's the relationship that I tried. So guys, there's only one question left. Tcharam! So it should be a good question. So the last question is promises that you have made. Oh, there's a lot of promises that I have made. One thing for that is I promise that I will graduate this course and become a top notcher. So that's one of my promise in myself that I've made. Another thing is to be successful, to have the work that I really wanted since day one, and to provide the needs and wants of my family. And that's the promise that I've made in myself, guys. And also to have a house for my parents because we don't have a house, guys. Actually, we're just living here in my Lola's house. So that's one of my goals and dreams that I promise in myself. So yeah, that's all, guys. So guys, we are done in our question and answer portion. I hope you have learned something about myself, and thanks for watching, guys. Always remember that always believe in yourself, what your goals and dreams in life. You can achieve it by just believing in yourself and have faith. So, till we meet again, guys. See you soon. Thank you.